Paul Heyman to bring back Ghost of Roman Reigns' past after 727 days to teach him a lesson. Possible WWE SummerSlam scenario explored. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jennifer, have a nice day. For the WWE family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Thank you. Roman Reigns is back on WWE Raw seeking payback on Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman's faction. The former undisputed WWE Universal Champion took down Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed upon his return this week and sent a strong message to the villainous faction. Currently, their leader, the Visionary, is off WWE TV due to a real-life injury he suffered at Saturday night's main event. In this situation, control of the group appears to be in the hands of the Oracle, who now faces the challenge of dealing with Reigns. This raises the possibility of Paul Heyman bringing back a figure from Roman Reigns' past after 727 days to teach him a hard-earned lesson. In this potential scenario, Heyman might bring back Brock Lesnar to WWE in an attempt to outmatch the original tribal chief. It's been quite a while since the Beast Incarnate was involved in WWE programming. He was last seen at SummerSlam 2023, where he lost the final match in his trilogy against Cody Rhodes. Since then, fans have eagerly awaited Lesnar's return. In the weeks leading up to WWE SummerSlam, Heyman might hint that he knows someone capable of stopping Reigns. Without outright revealing Lesnar's return, he could drop subtle references to the former Universal Champion possibly showing up at the biggest party of the summer. The Oracle still has a couple of weeks of Monday Night Raw to build tension and keep the OG Bloodline leader on edge. Both Lesnar and Heyman have a long history of working together successfully. Considering the rivalry between Brock and Roman, which has played out on multiple major stages, a renewed conflict would make narrative sense. Lesnar could return under Heyman's influence to challenge Reigns, given their past history. However, any return by Brock Lesnar would first require approval from WWE's legal team. If cleared, he could return at SummerSlam, almost exactly 2 years since his last appearance, to confront Reigns. Despite his absence, Lesnar is still referenced in WWE storylines. During the most recent edition of Raw, the Oracle mentioned the Beast Incarnate while hyping Braun Breaker in his confrontation with Gunther before the Gauntlet match. Heyman called Breaker the next big thing, a title once given to Lesnar at the beginning of his career. Heyman also referred to Braun as the big dog and said WWE was now Breaker's yard, both phrases with strong ties to Roman Reigns and The Undertaker, respectively. At WWE Saturday night's main event, Seth Rollins suffered an injury that will keep Mr. Money in the Bank out of action for the foreseeable future. This leaves WWE without one of its top stars just weeks before SummerSlam. According to Wrestling Observer Radio, WWE had originally planned for Seth Rollins to face Roman Reigns in a high-profile singles match at SummerSlam. That plan was well developed through recent promos and storyline beats, but now has to be changed due to Rollins' injury. On Raw, the promotion appears to be moving toward Reigns versus Braun Breaker, or possibly a tag team match pitting Reigns and Jey Uso against Breaker and Bronson Reed. Reigns returned to WWE TV by targeting both men and standing by his cousin. The ending of Saturday night's main event was also reportedly affected by Rollins' injury. While no cash-in was scheduled for that night, the injury disrupted a major angle and canceled a planned win for Rollins over LA Knight during NBC's special. Roman Reigns has yet to be officially scheduled for a SummerSlam match, but his return so close to the event strongly suggests he will play a role on the card. Whatever WWE has in mind for Reigns, it no longer involves his former teammate turned bitter rival. Meanwhile, one top WWE superstar says he has no idea why Roman Reigns has a problem with him. After Raw, CM Punk shared a lighthearted post on Instagram after Reigns' return. During Raw, Reigns made a surprise appearance and targeted Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, receiving a loud reaction from the crowd. He later had a heartfelt reunion with Jey Uso and then cast a cold glare toward CM Punk, who appeared confused by the gesture. Punk was even seen mouthing, "What did I do?" in response. Punk later took to Instagram, using memes to playfully question why Reigns was upset with him. One meme was the famous confused cat image, and another was a still from The Wire, showing Jimmy McNulty asking, "What did I do?" At last year's Survivor Series, War Games, Punk and Reigns were teammates in the men's War Games match. Reigns' team picked up the win, and Punk celebrated with him and the rest. Fast forward to Royal Rumble 2025. Punk eliminated both Reigns and Seth Rollins before being eliminated by Logan Paul. This kicked off a feud between the trio heading into WrestleMania 41, where they clashed in a triple threat match on night 1. That night saw one of WWE's biggest surprises. Paul Heyman betrayed both Reigns and Punk to side with Rollins. On the Raw following WrestleMania, Braun Breaker joined Rollins' faction, and both Reigns and Punk were overwhelmed by the group. It's clear Reigns still holds a grudge. While Punk might be seeking a truce to battle a common enemy, Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins took out the original tribal chief on the Raw after WrestleMania 41. The 40-year-old then went on a 3-month hiatus before surprisingly returning last night on Raw. The OTC1's comeback happened just after CM Punk beat Breaker to win a gauntlet match for a shot at Gunther's World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. He immediately confronted the former Intercontinental Champion and his partner Bronson Reed, following their ambush on his cousin Jey Uso and CM Punk. While addressing Reigns' return on his Not Some Wrestling podcast, WWE analyst Sam Roberts suggested that the OTC1's comeback would have a direct impact on Breaker's plans. The original tribal chief was previously rumored to face Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. However, the visionary sustained a legitimate knee injury at Saturday night's main event. Roman Reigns made his triumphant return this week during Monday Night Raw, where he intervened after Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker attacked CM Punk and Jey Uso, following Punk's victory in the gauntlet match. Naturally, Paul Heyman wasn't pleased with either the match result or the retaliation against his faction, and he expressed his frustration on social media. Unfortunately for Heyman, his faction is one member down due to Seth Rollins' recent injury. The Money in the Bank briefcase holder reportedly landed awkwardly after executing a springboard moonsault at Saturday night's main event and tweaked his knee. At the time of writing, the severity of Rollins' injury is still unconfirmed, but sources suggest it's legitimate and not part of a storyline. If serious, Rollins may be sidelined for an extended period and could be forced to relinquish the MITB briefcase, pausing his role in the ongoing storyline with Breaker and Reed. While this development could be unfortunate for Rollins, it may open a window for Breaker to take center stage in the faction, with his loss last night becoming a small note in what could be a major push toward a main event status. Only time will tell, but it's clear that Heyman has more on his plate than expected since distancing himself from the bloodline. WWE remains a dominant force in professional wrestling, known for hosting blockbuster events such as WrestleManias and SummerSlams, producing high-quality matches and showcasing legendary talents and unforgettable moments. The company has also made major business moves recently, including the historic transition of WWE Raw to Netflix, and the merger with UFC to form TKO Group Holdings. However, WWE hasn't always been flawless. Alongside the business successes, the company has also faced its fair share of controversy, ranging from creative missteps to backstage disputes and occasional disconnects with fan expectations. WWE has made some questionable choices in recent years, like the attempt to alter the WrestleMania 40 main event, which led to major fan backlash, and the inconsistent booking of legends such as John Cena. Other missteps include airing programming during sensitive times, prematurely ending major storylines or streaks, and underutilizing popular talent. Throughout its rich history, WWE has experienced several iconic eras, from the Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression Era to the current Netflix era under the leadership of Paul Triple H Levesque. However, the company often leans heavily into nostalgia, sometimes to its detriment. This reliance on past glory has led to overuse of veteran talent in controversial matches. A notable example of this was a tag team bout in Saudi Arabia, featuring Shawn Michaels and Triple H against The Undertaker and Kane, a match that even the performers admitted fell short of expectations due to their age and condition. Michaels later expressed regret over returning to the ring for the event. Another recent case involves Goldberg, who teased one final match. In November 2024, Goldberg announced plans for a retirement match, shortly after facing off with Gunther at the Bad Blood Premium Live event in Georgia. While no official plans have been confirmed, it represents another instance of WWE drawing heavily from its nostalgic roots. Perhaps the biggest controversy in recent memory came when WWE tried to change the main event of WrestleMania 40, despite Cody Rhodes winning back-to-back Royal Rumbles. In an awkward segment, Rhodes appeared to step aside from facing Roman Reigns and instead brought out Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, leading to massive backlash from fans and fellow wrestlers. "We Want Cody" trended worldwide, and WWE was forced to pivot, acknowledging the overwhelming fan support for Rhodes. John Cena was the top star and main character in WWE for a long time. And because of that, also due in part to his marketability to children, the audience WWE was targeting during the turn of the PG era, he was booked strong. So strong, in fact, the joke amongst fans was that he was like Superman, thus leading to his online nickname of Super Cena. The Super Cena era began around 2005, after Cena had dropped his edgier Doctor of Thugonomics persona, and lasted until around 2014. During this time, Cena would rarely lose a match, especially major ones, and if he did, he'd usually win in a rematch shortly afterward. One of the most criticized examples of Cena's perceived invincibility was when he defeated the entire Nexus stable at SummerSlam in 2010. Cena led a team of stars, including Chris Jericho, Edge, and Daniel Bryan, in a match against Nexus. After every other member of Team WWE had been eliminated, Cena went on to pin the remaining Nexus members by himself after taking a hard DDT from Wade Barrett outside the ring. Shortly after, Cena faced the group in a 6-on-1 handicap match and won again. Despite many fans disliking the Super Cena portrayal following the downfall of the Nexus, many are now calling for Cena to rack up wins during his retirement tour in 2025. The leader of the Cenation lost his first match back at the Royal Rumble, and fans hope he'll bounce back and secure his record-breaking 17th World Championship. In the Vince McMahon years of WWE, the company operated with a mindset of, the show must go on, but this approach led to several controversies over the years. One of the most significant was WWE airing a tribute episode to Chris Benoit on June 25, 2007, without knowing the full details behind the tragic events involving Benoit and his family. The show featured wrestlers sharing stories and tributes to Benoit. Once more facts emerged in the following days, WWE quickly removed all references to him from their platforms. Fans might have expected WWE to learn from such situations. However, in 2005, the company aired a pre-taped storyline involving Muhammad Hassan, an Arab-American character frustrated by post-9/11 treatment. The storyline included masked individuals confronting The Undertaker in the ring in a dramatized segment. The episode aired on July 7th, the same day as the London bombings, which led to criticism and backlash from mainstream media. WE chose to air the episode as originally taped, despite the timing. One of WWE's most surprising creative decisions was ending The Undertaker's legendary winning streak at WrestleMania in 2014. Brock Lesnar defeated the Dead Man at WrestleMania 30, breaking the 21-0 streak to the shock of fans worldwide. The decision has come under renewed scrutiny due to Lesnar being named in a civil lawsuit involving misconduct allegations. Even before those developments, The Undertaker himself expressed doubts over whether Lesnar should have been the one to end the streak. In 2023, The Undertaker shared in an interview that he believed Roman Reigns should have broken the streak instead, as he felt Lesnar didn't need the accomplishment. Reigns, in his earlier years before his Tribal Chief era, did defeat The Undertaker at WrestleMania 33 in a no-holds-barred match, becoming only the second person to do so on that stage. The Undertaker also later said that the late Bray Wyatt could have been a fitting choice to end the streak had it not been Reigns. The Undertaker has admitted he doesn't remember much from WrestleMania 30, revealing on his podcast that he was diagnosed with a concussion after the match. His last memory was speaking to his wife before the show, and his next was waking up in a hospital. He eventually returned to the ring a year later after recovering. A more recent controversy WWE would like fans to forget involves the confusion around R-Truth's contract. In early June, R-Truth announced on social media that he had been released by WWE. It was later revealed that WWE had informed him they would not be renewing his contract. This confused fans, as he had just appeared on WWE SmackDown, and faced John Cena at a live event only days before. Fans took to social media and live events to express frustration, chanting, "We want truth" during shows, even interrupting segments across all brands. Reports emerged that backstage talent was also disappointed, citing R-Truth as a positive influence in the locker room. WWE responded by bringing R-Truth back at Money in the Bank, where he helped Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes in a storyline involving John Cena and Logan Paul. However, Paul "Triple H" Levesque did not clarify whether Truth's release was part of a planned story or a real business decision, frustrating some fans. Truth then appeared on WWE Raw to thank the fans for their support. He stated that the truth had set him free, and that he would now be performing as Ron Killings, stepping away from the more comedic R-Truth character for a more serious